Hello, Taurus, my dears. The very first thing that I see for this reading for the week of May 29th, or whenever you hear it and it resonates, is I see a thermometer. The old traditional kind of thermometer, where you've got a red line going up the middle, incrementally. And my thought is, do you want to heat up your life? Is there a part of the collective out there who's going, great, I've done what I've done, now what? Is that all there is? And the answer is no, it's definitely not all there is, Taurus. What Spirit was telling me was that sometimes, so the nature of the earth energies, so that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The nature of earth energies is that they are moving more slowly. The vibrational frequency is slower. Part of that is because it is the earth signs that help bring things into formation. And the vibration has to slow down in order for it to come into what we perceive as physical manifestation. Okay? So let's get that out of the way. But the nature of the creative energy is that it is really fueled by thought and feeling and emotion. You can create a lot of different things and you can actually be very, very productive. But because it's still done with that certain frequency of energy, it can sometimes get to be almost boring. No, not just boring, but predictable, okay? And the thing about it being predictable is that it's also something that is very comfortable for a Taurus. There is a certain ease in being able to know what's coming, and because that allows for a continuation, a train of thought, and it allows for long-term planning and production of dreams, manifestation of dreams over longer periods of time, which has been very helpful because it means you don't just get an idea, work on it for a month, and then go, oh, I'm bored because it isn't ready yet. Okay? So it's great. It's very good. The downside to it, again, it's only about when things become out of balance, is when it becomes out of balance to the point that it becomes kind of stuck in a pattern, is that you can start feeling as though it's never going to change or it can't change. What you don't always realize, Taurus, is that there is the tendency for things to slow down because you've stopped dreaming. You've stopped being curious about things because you've become comfortable in this pattern that you have allowed the energy to kind of close in around you in that safety zone, in that cocoon. As comfortable as that can be for an earth sign, it can also, when it becomes excessive, create a kind of stasis, a kind of stagnation, and an entropy, and you definitely don't want that. Energetically, things are meant to move. So Taurus, if you're feeling as though the temperature of your life has become kind of flat and boring and predictable in a way where you're just going, well, I guess that's just life. Please remember, you are a great creator, and you create first with your mind. And you create with your emotions. So check in with your heart. What is it that you feel you would like? What do you want to let go of? What do you want to get rid of? Start really looking at what makes your heart light. You're being told, go into calm focus. Allow your energy to come together here. And I'm seeing it really centered in alignment with your heart and your mind and your higher chakras. Because we already know you're living in your lower chakras, we would expect because you're earth. Check in with your heart. Are there dreams that you have forgotten about? Are there things that you have just taken for granted not happening because they haven't yet? Because the reality is, if you've just gotten used to the idea that they're not around, that this thing has not manifested, and therefore it's not going to, it's not a sign that it's not going to. It's a sign that you're continuing to think that it's not going to, okay? You are being asked to please remember that creativity is an energy and it is designed to be lived and appreciated in all acts of life. It doesn't have to be big. But in this case, because it's starting off with, where's the temperature? Where's your temperature? It's really about, has life become boring? Because this is a really, really, really profoundly big time for manifestation this year. And because there is so much chaos going on, and chaos actually liberates a lot of energy to be moved towards manifestation. The idea is keep your eye on what it is you're looking for. So Taurus, you're being asked, check in with yourself. Are you finding your life just okay? Have you become complacent? Because in that complacency, there can also be comfort. Check in with yourself, Taurus. Don't let the habits that you've got slow you down or take you out of dreaming bigger. Just because you haven't checked in with your heart to see if there's still that spark of desire, that spark of curiosity that's still there. Please check in with yourselves, okay? It might be necessary for you to, oh, and look, now you get mind right on top of creativity, okay? The mind is not only the tool with which we interpret the world around us. The mind is the great cosmic cookie cutter which manifests our world according to its shape and the ingredients we put into it. What are the ingredients you're putting into your mind? If it's the same old repetitive thoughts, if it's the same old expectations, then you're going to get the same results. Good morning, mirror. What kind of day would you like to have? I'm going to read this one out loud because I think it's a really good one to keep in mind as a daily practice, but also as a general life investigation. Today, stand in front of the mirror, greet yourself, good morning, address yourself by name. Now, wish yourself the kind of day and the kinds of experiences you'd like to have. Maintain eye contact with yourself and breathe deeply, calmly, fully. Notice as you take your time that the list of wishes may grow. Don't be shy. Now say farewell to yourself and be on your way. Keep in mind, you don't have to say necessarily, today I want to find the love of my life. Although maybe you are going to say that. But you might say, today if you're not really sure what you want, let's have a day of miracles. What's a miracle? A miracle is a shift in perception. Just let something different happen. Today might be a day, good morning. Today, Lynn, what I'd really like to experience is real delight in ordinary things. Yeah, that may sound very silly, but what you're doing is you are activating a part of your brain now that is going to look for those things. You're activating the reticular activating system. It's going to show you more of what you want. It's a very, very powerful little part of the brain. Reticular activating system. Check it out. Look it up. It filters out stuff so that you will zero in on what it is what is really interesting. It goes by what's interesting to you based on what's in your conscious mind. So keep in mind what you put into your mind, your great cosmic cookie cutter, you will see more of and you will manifest more of. Taurus, I feel like this is a bit of a wake-up call saying life might be fine, but is fine okay. And I think I've said this to you before. I think it's time now to really question, do you want more out of life? If you were living the life you're living now for the next 20 years, would that be enough for you? Because sometimes we need to do a wake-up call around timelines too, in terms of the habitual stuff that we do. Years can go by without us even questioning it, right? That's for any sign. Taurus, you are powerful manifestors. You are being encouraged by Spirit to say, do you want more? Do you want more delight? Do you want more passion? Do you want more adventure? And remember, you can have adventure, but you can have it according to what a Taurus standard is. You can travel. for example, to foreign countries, but maybe you do it with a travel group so that you have the security of that structure. You can take courses, but maybe you take courses online so that you don't have to drive 4 hours into the city. There are all sorts of different ways that you can start expanding and getting curious and explore things without taking you completely out of your comfort zone. But you got to start exploring first, okay? That's the big message for tonight, Taurus. So I'm leaving you with that, and take care.